MasterBoris is back with a new video. What's good in the hood? Chicken nuggets with some hot sauce on them combos. Today, another reaction video and a lengthy reaction video that we got here for today. We're gonna react to Black Balloon. Shout outs to you. And he talking about you will never look at streaming the same again. That's the title of the video. We're gonna see what's going on. I know the streaming university is going on right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get, their viewers up. Hopefully, you know, streaming universities serve the purpose of uplifting smaller streamers and smaller content creators and have them get better when it comes down to viewers. But we're gonna find out what more Black Balloon is talking about, because it seemed like it ain't good. So let's just get right into it.
Look, before we even really get into it, right? And remember how I was talking about, like, even a bunch of other people was like, yo, they're selling dreams with Streamer University, which when you see some of these numbers from this video, damn near really selling dreams for real. Like, if you're not one of those top creators, good luck is all I can say. But check this out. Now, you you could say Kai is definitely selling dreams with this shit, because just the brand partnerships that Kai was able to secure with Streamer University. We're talking about Meta, Dell, so Dell laptops, Red Bull, Shopify, State Farm, and Fortnite. As a part of these deals, students receive Dell laptops, Meta glasses, Red Bull, and phones with a full year of service from Creator First wireless provider, whatever CH at Mobile is, right? Now, additionally, as a part of the Sprite themed event, 3 selected streamers were awarded $7,500 brand deal with Fortnite to design an in-game cosmetic. Now, despite major TV and streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Tubi offering to turn the 3-day multi-million-dollar event into an official reality series, Kai declined those offers to maintain independent control of the project. He got offered by Netflix and Amazon Prime. Forget Tubi. You'd never do that anyway, I'm sure. And he turned it down. But he still has major brand deals. So the check that he's getting, and when you watch this video, you're gonna see, unless you are already a top streamer, these smaller streamers that were even selected out of the 120 people, the viewership is gonna go down like crazy. They already
That's crazy, because I thought the whole purpose of streaming university is to help the small content creators. You know, like this is all a farce. This is pretty much reality TV. This is like on the making the band shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And Kai is Diddy. You know, I'm thinking the whole purpose of streaming university is to uplift the guys that was probably talented or does great content, but they don't really get no views like that. I guess not, but we're gonna find out more. Like I said, this is a lengthy video, so sit tight, guys. Let's ride out.
one of the teachers that were there, like one of the teachers that was teaching the streamers, Ludwig, talks about all the numbers of even how last year's participants, how many viewers on average that they lost after Streamer University. Like, it doesn't even matter. You go there, you're gonna get a little spike, you're gonna make a couple thousand. Once you leave, it's over basically. Some of these people only average like 5 new viewers. The numbers are actually insane. Check this out. So ever since Streamer U started, obviously, if you even watch any of it on TikTok, Instagram, you'll see a lot of clip channels reposting a bunch of stuff, especially the classroom stuff, all the funny stuff with Cots and that. But one thing I wanted to point out, right? And I was gonna save this for my clips channel, which y'all should tune into the clips channel, because I just like to start talking about more stuff like what we're going to talk about in this video. But I figured I do this one for everyone, right? So basically, y'all remember the videos that we've done about, you know, how much the kids want to stream, talking about like Streamer University being something that's selling dreams, Cossinat selling dreams, millions of applications to be a part of Streamer University, people worshiping COD to get into Streamer University. I mean, people who even have a presence on the internet. I mean, there are,
It's crazy, especially with that whole meetup that went down a couple of weeks ago, where it had all them people in line and they ain't really get in. They didn't get in at all. They gonna cancel it midway because it was too many people. I guess they was testing the waters how you guys will be dumb enough to go over there for nothing. Cause like what's going? We got chicks and dudes quitting their jobs for the streaming stuff. It's not really lucrative, man. It's like hitting the jackpot. You probably gonna get it, but you're gonna have to capitalize on it. You know what I'm saying, and make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying, with that jackpot. And a lot of these streamers, most of them are plants anyway. They're being chosen. They're being funded by the platforms themselves, YouTube, Twitch, all of that. I've been trying to tell y'all this. It's not by accident. They're selected. But yeah, let's ride out.
there's people who actually have something going on and they're actually, begging to get in Streamer University. Like, this is how much they want to make the money that streaming can possibly make you when you actually become, a top streamer, right? And now I found some clips that were very interesting from Ludwig. If y'all don't know who Ludwig is, huge YouTube creator. I think he has like over 6 million subscribers on YouTube. And I got some clips from Agent. Agent is a part of AMP with Casanat. And I want to show y'all this other clip from Casanat talking about not selling his soul and, believing in God and Jesus Christ too, right? Wanted to show y'all something from that clip. But anyways, first, I wanted to get into this, right? Because Ludwig does it kind of the best. He goes over the numbers of how, you know, and how the reality of being a streamer or being a content creator really is. And so this goes back to when I was talking about, like someone being a streamer, streaming for damn 8 hours a day and you don't even have like 5 viewers on your stream. I was like, you have a better chance of starting a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. I may have been talking.
Yes, you do have a better chance starting a YouTube channel. Forget about Twitch. Like I said in my stream this past Wednesday, Twitch discoverability is ass. It's non-existent. You're not gonna get any type of new viewership like that unless you build a platform for yourself and other social media outlets. And even that is you taking a risk, but it'll be all worth it if you do that. See me, like, I'm gonna start streaming on YouTube from now on. If y'all didn't know this, I am. So yeah, I get more views off of here than I do Twitch and any other day, and on Instagram. So yeah, Twitch, it's a very oversaturated platform, man. Like you really got to like build a fan base, build a foundation in order to like have people follow you to go wherever you want to go, or anywhere for that matter. TikTok, anywhere for that matter. But yeah, YouTube is a good start to build something that you want to achieve. But yeah, let's ride out.
Talking about this on my Clips channel, but I can't remember. Anyways, I was just saying, if you aspire to be a content creator, you want to make videos, even if you want to do what I do, you have a better chance starting on YouTube than you do starting, you know, to like try and be a streamer. So this video is kind of just like raw reality. And I like a lot of these clips because they're really giving people like, there's no need for you to be outside with like when they were doing those applications in the different cities, New York, LA, and Atlanta. This is a hardcore reality check that even the people who make it to Streamer University are not even gonna see 100 new viewers once they leave. They're going to get a spike while they're at Streamer University because they're trying their hardest to get on the other bigger um, streamers' videos and get clips and so on and so on. But eventually, as you leave the university, it's just a 5-day camp. When you leave, it is crashing and the numbers show it. So let's check out some of these clips. And it's just a video of the raw reality, so these young kids, these teens, even people who are older and who should know this stuff, you know, manage your time into something that will actually work and grow for you, because Twitch has no discovery. There's no discovery. This is why people who go live on Twitch and do all of this stuff and they don't have any presence anywhere else, you're just sitting there talking to yourself. There's no way to get discovered just on Twitch. It has to come from other platforms. So think about that. So if you want to actually start content, you know, do YouTube. Don't even do TikTok right now. It's not going to pay you anything. Do YouTube. You have a better chance. But this video is kind of going to it's a lot of.
Like I said about my word discoverability. Yeah, he's right. And I said that numerous times on my streams here. Like the discoverability, you being discovered on Twitch is little to none. Okay, like it's non-existent, bro. It's gonna be hard unless you collaborate with some of these big streamers and you clout chase. Then yeah, it's gonna get to a point you're gonna get viewers. People gonna mess with you because you associate with a big streamer. That's the only way. Or just build your fan base the way you want it to be from the ground up. But yeah, let's ride out.
A lot of advice, a lot of kind of like free game. Like, so if y'all even thinking about starting a channel or getting it off the ground, this is the video for you. And of course, I'm gonna pitch in with some of my thoughts as well. Let's check out some of these clips.
Did you feel like you made it when you went to Streamer U? Do you feel like you got an opportunity that you can grasp and you might skyrocket?
Yes, I did.
You might have felt that. You got excited.
Yeah.
That won't happen for most of you. Here are the stats. Last year's Streamer U.
That's real shit.
This is last year. People who attended 2025 Streamer U. I looked at their viewership a month before Streamer U. Right. Then I looked at the viewership last month. Right. On average, that whole group's now 287 viewers. That whole group. All right? The median, okay? That's the person in the middle. You slash off the biggies, you slash off the lowest. Okay? They gained 4 viewers. 4 viewers, that's it. Streamer U, 4 viewer change after a year. 56% of all participants lost viewers or only gained single-digit viewers. That's year over year, okay? So this opportunity, this once-in-a-lifetime miracle, for most of you, it ain't gonna mean shit. It'll be a cool memory, all right? But that's all it will ever be. Maybe you made extra money this weekend. Congratulations, you got a few thousand in the bank. Ron probably is getting $250,000. That's nice. But that's all it will be. It will not effectively change your life. Jason, because honestly, there's things Ron can learn, and you can always learn at any level.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, that's the bad news. That's the bad news. All right, but we want to be different. We want to be the ones who succeed. How do we do that? 92% of streamers do not go live a second time. That's real sad. 92% of people will go live once and they will never go live again. To be in the top 1%, all you need is 20 viewers. That is the top 1% on Twitch for streaming. And of the 1 million students who have applied, you guys made it in. Round of applause for yourself. And I got one more surprise for you all. Most of you will fail. This is last year. People who attended 2025 streaming.
Now, this was the same clip, but this was toward the beginning. You saw what he said, right? This is the hard reality of streaming. Now, remember, we're talking about this because this shit is bigger than kids wanting to play sports and football, and this is bigger than anything. This is bigger than anything right now. They don't want to go to college and get a degree and work hard. They want to stream. They want to get on the internet for 5 to 10 hours a day, or 50 hours a week. And they want to turn it into money. They want to turn it into revenue. Look at this. Y'all, 1 million people, probably over 1 million. It just wasn't 1 million people who applied to Streamer U, right? You see what he said. You see what he said. The number of people who go live once will never go live again. 92% of people 92% of people who go live once never go live again. They get on the internet, they go live for like 3 hours and literally talk to themselves. And it is the most discouraging shit ever. Just like when I get it. You put out a video on YouTube, it gets 2 views. And those 2 views are you clicking on the video yourself. I get it. I get it because it can mess with your mind. I get it. So check it out. He said to be in the top 1% on Twitch, all you need is 20 viewers. That's how cutthroat it is. That is how cutthroat streaming actually is. And I think a lot of them need the reality check of it because they're really fanned out over Casanat. They really worship a lot of these streamers and don't realize the support and viewership that it actually takes. And it's just like YouTube. That's why I was saying I get it. YouTube, the thing that obviously makes this different is you can have 200 subscribers. 200. And next thing you know, the algorithm liked something about your video. It picked it up and it gave you 20,000 views. You gained 400 subscribers. Just like that. You just experienced growth. It's something you can see. It almost becomes tangible. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you can physically see growth in. So it helps you, it helps the mind like start to be, like, okay, we can do this. I just keep putting in some work. Let me see what I did here to get those 20,000 views that made the algorithm pick up the video and promote it and push it. Now you're motivated to keep going. That's pretty much how it goes. Streaming, Twitch, it is completely different. If you think about the fact that you only need 20 viewers to be in the top 1%, insane, y'all. That is actually a crazy stat right there. And I like the way Ludwig picked this together because, he actually showed you the numbers on, like, basically, if you're not big on any other platform or have some kind of following, don't even try to stream. It's a waste of time. Put that effort into something else.
Some of you here don't even have YouTube channels, by the way. I looked through all of your channels. That is not acceptable. Here's the deal, guys. You are not just competing against other small streamers. You are competing against every streamer. You need to be better than the biggest streamers to be getting the attention of viewers. All right? I have good news for you. Most streamers are absolute dog shit. Most streamers are absolute dog shit legacy streamers who boot up a game and just kind of coast, and they're multimillionaires and they're not providing new things. So if you're hungrier, if you're willing to work on the stuff you're not good at, you can replace some of them. Okay? But it's not negotiable. You have to be doing long form videos. You have to be working on clips.
And the crazy thing is, and which he talks about himself, creators who are, you don't even have to be as big as him, but they use the streams to clip out segments, to have segments for other platforms. So if someone like him, or even a smaller streamer that's pretty known, or a YouTuber, let's just say I sat here for an hour on live with y'all, or I sat here for 2 hours on live with y'all. I can have someone or even myself, create some segments, get some clips out of those, and I'm posting them everywhere on TikTok, Instagram if I want it, even back on my own clips channel. And this creates obviously more traction. I'm going to grab more viewers, so on and so on, more revenue. That's basically the game of streaming, especially people who have viewers and who have the following on other platforms. Somebody said grab attention equals TikTok, hold attention equals YouTube, interact equals Twitch. And that's pretty much true. Except these days it's a lot harder to grab attention on TikTok because they've changed the algorithm so much. Grab attention and hold attention is almost the same thing on YouTube. Ultimately, YouTube is going to be your best bet because your ceiling is going to be ultra high, which we're going to get to with agent in a little bit, and you're going to be able to make the most money from it.
Plus, I would like to add, man, YouTube algorithm, they're mostly looking for shorts. Like they're kind of like making long form videos. Like for example, this one play out. Like I get more views on shorts than I do, the long form videos. They YouTube want to be like TikTok, is what I'm saying. And you probably can grow your audience doing shorts, because a lot of people just scroll and scroll down and watch people do what they do for 2 minutes or so, and they watch these shorts on their phones. It's favorable on the phone. That's why they got the YouTube edit apps and all that stuff, so you can do shorts on your phone. So that's what they're going. That's what the people, on YouTube is leaning towards too. But yeah, let's ride out.
Once you build a consistent, following.
Did anyone here not write something down? My genuine advice at this point, and I do not say this with malice in my heart, you should probably quit streaming. I do not think you are cut out for what it takes to be a full-time streamer if you are not willing to put the work in right now to do such simple things as laying out the goals for what you want for yourself. I don't care if you guys are successful. I'm a multi-millionaire. My life is awesome. But if you don't care for your own life and your own success, then who can? Who is supposed to?
And that's real, because sometimes, and on my Clips channel as well, but even on this channel throughout the time, like I've gotten plenty of people hitting me up asking me how to, continue building a channel, even down to the smallest questions of like, what should they record with? Small things, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who are constantly looking for ways to grow their channel, grow their platform, because ultimately nobody wants to like be stuck in a 9 to 5 when you see the possibilities of what the internet does for you and how much money and things that you can, eventually have. You know what I'm saying? Because, a lot of people obviously chase it for the wrong reasons. And a lot of people who chase streaming, they want to be famous. They want to be famous more than they want to actually build wealth, build some kind of revenue that continuously comes in every month. They more just want the fame. They want to be clipped all over the internet. These young kids, that's all they want. And that's why they don't ever get it, really. Because one, they're not even willing to work. They don't love it. You know what I'm saying? It's they see the money that the other streamers make, but they really just want the attention. That's why a lot of these people don't actually make it, bro. That's why he said that's why, what was that stat? It was like 92% of people go live one time and never go live again. That's exactly how it is.
Here's my expenses. This is just the month of June. Everything here is for the month of June. Payroll, $225,000. That is for the 15 employees that I have. Events, that is the production of the event. Nice. Final total for the month of June is just the expenses, what I spent. $359,000. Yeah. All right, now's the fun part, guys. How did I pay for all of that? Merch sales, I got $7,800. YouTube, I do not make as much on Twitch, $57,000. I only run about 6 minutes of ads an hour. I have 9,500 subs. That's about what you make for that. Money. I didn't like getting 100 gifts. It made me feel weird. I'm gonna start pivoting to get most of my bread from sponsors. That's the biggest cut of this. Okay, I'm a Rebel athlete. I have an AT&T sponsorship, and I also have an Alienware partnership. He's got a long-term partnership. See, this number's 800,000. It is because this is what you get to see. This is what people love to show you. They love to show you the top 100. But you guys aren't top 100. Not all of you, at least. Some of you in this room are. Maybe you want to be. Maybe you'll get there. What does Miss Top 1,000 look like? This is all of their viewership. All right, how much do they make? How much does a top 1,000 streamer get? Sponsorships, $0. Ask them why. They said they think their agency's ass. They haven't had a deal. YouTube, $150. They're more of a streamer than a creator with multiple verticals. All right, Twitch, $10,000. That's a good amount of money. That's comparable to what I'm making. I'm making $10,000 as well. Guys, your question, they stream 130 hours. 130 hours.
A week or month?
For the month, this is all the month of June. Well, let's go one further. Let's go to top 10,000, Mr. 10,000. They average 150 viewers. Maybe some of you in this room average a similar amount. They streamed 180 hours, the most of me or top 1,000. That's their sub count. That's how many years they've been doing it. Let's check the revenue for June. Sponsorship, 700. They actually made some effort to get a deal. That makes sense. They've been doing it 6 years. They have better relationships to get sponsors. YouTube, $0. They have no YouTube presence at all. $3,000. Grand total, $3,700. All right? Now, I need you to put this into perspective. That is a top 10,000 streamer in the world.
Right.
That is not a small streamer. That is a big streamer. How many streamers are there in the world? Anyone have a guess? Someone give me a guess. 100,000.
Million.
Just in the month of June, how many people went live?
5 million.
Just on Twitch. 5 million?
5 million.
It's not a bad guess, Jason. You're wrong. 6.2 million people.
Now wait, y'all. In the month of June, 6.2 million people. I like Ludwig. Ludwig, I don't really watch his content, but he went crazy on teaching the reality of streaming. 6.2 million people went live on Twitch just in the month of June. Said if you have 150 viewers, you are in the top 10,000. So just imagine how hard it is to have 100 people watching you. Talking about streaming, talking about Twitch,
Especially
and you're
if
making
Streamer
30.
University is going on right now. I mean, there is no point. People got their attention on this Streamer University as we speak. Kai got all the views, bro. Or the people that's in the Streamer University got all the views. But a lot of these people that are small, as as he stated before, and what I stated, this is gonna be their peak. And after, when it's all over, they're done. You're not gonna hear from them like that. You know, it's crazy, but that is the reality. Like you said, it's crazy in the hood, man. Like Twitch, the discovery, the discoverability, not existent. Like, guys, you're gonna have to clout chase. You're gonna have to associate, try to get in rooms with with people that are known, that are big. But are you that desperate to be that famous? Are you that desperate? You would use yourself, or you use video games, because that's what most people are doing. They're not playing video games; they're using them to make money. You that desperate to do that? You that desperate to get in parts of certain type of humiliation ritual? I hope Black Balloon talks about that in this video, but if not, I'm gonna talk about it, because there's a lot of these big streamers. That's what they do. A lot of your favorite streamers had to do some strange things to get to where they need to be today, or what they want to be today. And y'all know who I'm talking about. But yeah, let's ride out.
700 a month. There's people with regular jobs that make that in 2 weeks. Or just even if they don't have a high paying job, they're making that in a month, just getting paid bi-weekly. And you're streaming 180 hours a month. Think about that. They have to stream the most. They're in the top 10,000 in the world. And they have to stream the most just to get 3 bands. While the top 100 are multi-millionaires. They make $1 million plus a month. Multiple platforms. Even your top 1,000 streamers are only making $10K a month. And they don't even have a YouTube presence, because they're stuck on Twitch. They don't even have enough time for anything else. Insane. Like, all the kids need to watch this to realize, don't do it. You're wasting your time. You just start a YouTube channel. I'm here to tell you, just start YouTube. Literally, just start YouTube.
And that guy is better than 6.24 million. Top 10,000. And how much is he making? 3,000. 3,000. They're making about 40K a year, right? Okay? The numbers aren't wrong. So I just need you guys to internalize this. I'm going to ask you one more time. Do you want to be a streamer? Let's say for the rest of your life, you are a streamer who's the 10,000th biggest streamer in the world. That is a successful streamer. You're making 4K a month. All right? Are you happy with that? Okay, but what if that's the reality? Is it only worth it if you're top 100? Or are you happy doing the act itself? Is what you are actually chasing being rich, being famous? Or do you enjoy streaming so much that regardless of the amount you make, you would love to do it for that amount of income?
And that's exactly what it is. They're chasing being famous. They ain't even chasing. You can't even. You got to be realistic. You ain't chasing being rich, because if you don't have a presence on YouTube or anywhere else, like, I mean, this guy has 6 million subs. Like, people dream shit. I'm dreaming of 6 million subs. I'm dreaming of 500K at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's basically like, if you're not moving them kind of numbers on YouTube or even TikTok, 1 to 2 million on TikTok, yo, just forget about it, yo. Forget about it.
And now I feel like people disrespecting me, gang. They blurring the lines. It's boundaries, y'all niggas is past. Everybody is blurring the. Look at this shit.
The texture all these niggas.
I just did. To the big creators, can y'all please just calm shit down?
Word, like, lead by example.
Them niggas is following y'all. Just calm shit down. Dub, Silky, Reem, Marty, everybody, Suburb. Just calm down, bro. Because after when I said to go home, then it's El Kai. El Kai, El Kai, El Kai. I might as well start making trades, gang.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
Hey,
I like
listen,
that. I like that.
I'm letting niggas know right now.
Oh, I like. No, come back. Hold on. You cooking?
Hold on.
Cooking. Hold on.
Hey, listen. I'm letting niggas know right now. I'm start making trades, gang. We got alumni day. We gonna start making trades. I'm watching everybody stream. When niggas up tomorrow and they gotta go.
See, what he talking about right here is the fact that people getting disrespectful and taking stuff too far, because what he enables. Somebody said last year was more funny, this year is corny as hell. It's because it's getting worse. People are doing things, taking it damn near disrespectful to get clips. It's all about clips. If you're getting clipped, like Buddy said, you're getting clipped on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah,
It's
the
all
IRL streaming stuff, man, it's really getting kind of, I wouldn't say play out, but it's getting a little tiresome. You know, I feel that people are getting really tired of it, you know, the clip farming and all that. Freaking, I seen IRL streamers when I was at, you know, DreamCon, they try to make a, you know, something out of shock value. It's all about shock value, you know. And it's just, it ain't gonna stick. Or it's something that you did something really stupid, you're gonna be known as that person that did something really stupid on camera while you streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people don't think. They just want to do stuff just for the sake of their own entertainment and talk to people any kind of way and doing pranks on people. A lot of people ain't gonna go for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't gonna be in the mood for that. You over there playing people's emotions just to get a laugh or get you know, something that I guess a shock notch out of, you know, on your belt. For what? For likes, for clips. Like, some of the stuff these IRL streamers be doing be corny, bro. But yeah, let's ride out.
about creating these clips where people are doing anything for anything. Like, people aren't, like, it's legit certain females, the OF girl, they're at Streamer University creating clips saying, I'm alone, I'm not around anybody, I'm this and that, I'm about to leave Streamer University and go back home. And it's just a clip. It's not even the truth. They just made the shit to make the viewer feel sad and click on it, because they know people are going to be interested in seeing someone saying this shit is not working for me, they're treating me bad, I'm finna go home. And literally the person just goes right on back to continue when they live, and that was just a clip for someone to click it. That's how bad it is. Literally, that is how bad it is, bro. Super farming. And that's just what's going on. Let's go to this next clip real quick.
Listen, me and Jesus Christ and God, we like this. I pray.
Now look, in this clip, he was talking about being close to God, close to Jesus Christ, and basically saying conspiracy theory debunked about Casanat's hell in his soul. Somebody said if you look closely, he's throwing up an upside down 6. And check this out.
I'm still human. I'm very aware of how things go on. I even had to step away from the internet a little bit, but I'm very aware.
Only thing I will say to this, right? Y'all remember that clip when, what's her name? Ice Spice. Remember when she was on the stream with Ty Lil, right? And Ty Lil them, they started praying. And before Ice Spice started praying with them, she threw up the 666, or she did it right after the prayer. She threw the 666
I'm trying to
up.
show up for Ice Spice like I'm Christian. Nah, I'm just no. I'm gonna just say this prayer so the Lord can protect us as we go through the rest of the night and the rest of our careers. You know what I'm saying? So everybody hold hands. Hold hands, hold hands. Lord, thank you so much for bringing this amazing group together right now with this amazing stream and our amazing teams, Lord. We are all from the same place, and we are all trying to get to the same place, which is the top. And we all want to experience different things in our lives, Chad. So thank you so much for bringing all of us together. And I pray that you allow us to grow on other people, on each other. And I pray that you allow us to reach any measures in this life. And you just watch over us daily. You bless us. You allow us to bless other people with our work and our amazing craft. And you help us enjoy this night. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Listen, we need a bottle of rosé. Listen.
You got to look at that too. Like, some people's God ain't really Father Yah, it's really Satan. So when they say God, you ask them, who you talking about? Who's your God? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something to think about, something to, like, keep in mind. Let's ride.
Because, obviously they're told to do that stuff, right? And I'm not going to lie, unless I'm right here doing it. Castanet is holding these keys. Kai is holding these keys, right? Kai is holding these keys. But check this out. As he's holding the keys and he's talking about God and stuff, he literally forms a 6 with his hands. Look at that. There is no need to even switch. Look, he's holding them perfectly fine, as if you're holding some keys like that, like janitor keys. And he literally switches his hand to a 666 right here. Look, y'all know this is, look, he's literally, he put that finger in a 6.
Listen, me and Jesus Christ and God, we like this. I pray before I have any major voice. I'm still human. I'm very aware of how things go on. I even had to step away from the internet a little bit, but I'm very aware of how things, and I've grown. So none of this is possible without God. Let me tell you something, bro. Literally nothing.
And it's really that deep.
That deep. Bro, you ain't getting lucky, you ain't grinding hard, it ain't just you. No, bro. You can work, but he gonna fuel it.
I said, damn, I don't even think bro reaching. Because you didn't have to, how stuff is so intentional, like how we talk about the 1 hour stuff. You didn't have to switch. You can see it right there, clear as day. Somebody said, bruh, he's holding keys. Please tell me you're trolling. See, some people look at this and just, they can't, they wouldn't think that this would just be him doing it. But when you've seen other people do that, we literally saw Ice Spice. I can pull it up. We literally saw Ice Spice when they were talking about God and Jesus and praying. She literally threw the 666 up afterwards. And Kai took his hand and put it in a tree. He held it there for a second. He did it even more obvious right here, but the words are going over it a little bit. I was like, damn, that's blatant, because guess what? Then he took his hand out of it. He took his hand out of it for the rest of the clip. I don't know. Let me know if I'm reaching like this person. I don't know. I wanted to show y'all that in the midst of this, though.
It is impossible to grow as a streamer, okay? I don't know if you fucking noticed. You will not grow as a streamer by streaming more hours. In fact, you won't even grow as a streamer by making good content. You will only grow as a streamer if you're making good content and people can see it on all the platforms. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter how funny your clip was today. If niggas not clipping it on Twitter and it's...
Agent said a mouthful there, bro. Don't matter how good your content is. If it ain't getting noticed, it ain't getting noticed. But like I said, you got to start somewhere, and you got to build your platform on any social media sites, whatever you do. Like I said earlier, like what Black Balloon said earlier. But yeah, let's ride out.
TikTok's not sharing it, then, nobody saw it. Your audience saw it, but they're already watching you. You feel me? So get in the habit of trying to share some of the stuff that's happening, not just on stream. The grind is not just more hours on stream. This is very prehistoric mindset, okay? The grind is having a moment and then finding ways to share it with everybody. So streaming, you essentially now are a content creator. You're not a streamer no more. It's full on content. Distribution. One thing you'll learn once you get good at YouTube, YouTube's ceiling is significantly higher than every other platform by a long shot. Like, I want to talk about it. If you want to be a huge content creator and you're not on YouTube, you're not that big. It's just that simple. Even if you look at Kai before he started co-streaming, his Kai Live channel is pulling millions of views per video. All of the biggest streamers have huge YouTube presences. That's not an accident. So not only does it have the highest ceiling, you stand to make the most money from long form content. Your appeal is a lot more global. In Twitch, Kick, and even YouTube streaming culture, it's very bubbly, right? Your audience is gonna be people that's American, maybe speak English, maybe potentially more black. But on YouTube, it's like everybody watches it, everybody. And when I meet people that I'm like, damn, I wouldn't have expected you to watch my content, they actually don't watch the streams. They usually watch the YouTube, okay? And the good thing about YouTube is there's no end. It can eat 24/7. You go to sleep, you wake up, the video got more views. So when you create content that's evergreen, you're not just winning while you're live. It's just winning 24/7.
Exactly. You literally get to a point, and we're gonna wrap the video up. You literally get to a point where you're making money while you sleep with YouTube. And that's something that everyone wants to say. Like you said, you can have the video sits around 5,000 views. By the time you go to sleep and wake up, the shit has 30,000 views. Guess what? You just made money in your sleep. Isn't that's pretty amazing, right? You didn't have to do anything. You already made the video, evergreen content. You already made the video. You went to sleep, and that video made you money while you were in La La Land. And that's exactly why I say YouTube is the way to go. Like you said, you're going to have the biggest ceiling, and I see it all the time. I have people in South Africa who constantly watch my channel. People you would never expect. I'm talking about older people. People in their 50s, 60s, they're going to watch your channel. Like you said, they're not going to go and watch your stream. They don't care, like if they just say I started wanting to stream and stuff. That is not the same crowd. It can translate, but it's not going to do that immediately because there's a crowd who loves to watch streamers. It's become that way. So it's not going to be, I'm not going to capture those same people who like to watch my YouTube videos that are going to want to watch me stream. Some people want to watch me when they're about to wind down and go to sleep. Every day I drop a video, people are at work watching, on lunch watching. They have their routine. And that's something that once you start to learn about your viewers, you can't really, expect them to convert to other platforms where you're streaming and stuff. Like it's just different. It's like once you learn your crowd, you more lean on doing it the way that it works with the people who view your channel. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I'll end this video off by, basically, if you want to do YouTube or you're trying to grow your channel, and let's say you're a short form content creator, you want to translate it to long form content, you basically just have to kind of know how to have that balance. Don't focus too much on shorts if you want to get it to long form, because the algorithm literally knows to feed your videos to the shorts, or just the algorithm. It literally knows to feed your short form content over your long form content. It doesn't know where to send a 20-minute video because all you do is post shorts that are 2 minutes long. You may average a lot of views on those shorts, but when you try to post a long form content video, it's not good. You don't put as much effort in it. You don't really know what to do. It's long. You don't have enough content to fill the 20 minutes up. So it's something where you have to create the balance. You have to have a balance, right? That's why I've always told people, don't start a channel where you're just doing short form content, because it's going to be very hard to translate it into long form content. Like, for me, I would start long term. I would start 10 or more minutes on videos and then start implementing those short form clips. You know what I'm saying? Start clipping things. You know what I'm saying? Because your long form content is what is going to get you the money. It's going to get you the viewers, and it's really going to take your channel where you're trying to go. Because I've seen creators who have 700,000 subs on YouTube, right? All they do is create shorts. And guess what? When they drop a long form video on their channel, this channel has 700,000. I'm just talking about channels that I've seen. The video doesn't even get 2,000 views. So think about the algorithm.
Just keep
But
doing
they'll drop a
shorts.
short and that shit will get 2 to 13 million views. But guess what? You're not getting the same amount of revenue that you would get for 2 million views on a long form video. So that's how like finicky the algorithm can be. If you focus too much on the short form, you can literally have 500,000 subs and that shit will get 2,000 views. And you like, yo, what in the hell? It's the algorithm. It didn't know where to send it. It's not used to you posting this type of content. So that's like the reality of it, man. Some of this stuff, you know, it can be, I don't know, it can be crazy. It can be crazy, and it's just something with repetition, a lot of work. You got to study this shit too. You definitely have to learn. Even me, like I've been learning so much. You know what I'm saying? Even just on my own time, you know, learning the YouTube algorithm, trying different things, thumbnails, titles. I've learned so much. I have a natural thirst to adapt. I have a natural thirst to continue to grow, and that's why you.
Now I'm gonna wrap this up because I know this video is getting too long. All right. Now, what he's saying is correct, but you know, some things might not work for the next person. You know, like I said earlier, the shorts is the way to go. But you have to keep doing shorts if that's what you're mainly doing, or you have to make another channel for your long form videos and to tell your people, your fan base, your followers to go on that. Being in this YouTube game for almost 20 years, I noticed my old methods do not work. Like he was saying, man, it's trial and error. You know, it's trial and error. I'm trying new things. I'm doing new things. I'm also posting clips from my videos here on Instagram, and it gets more views on there than here. But it also can also translate more viewers to, you know, people to come on my YouTube channel, which that's been happening lately. And then there's other videos where I kind of do like my truth conspiracy type videos, and that kind of gets nowhere because it's I don't know if I think I'm shadow banned again. But other than that, you know, he's right. The algorithm is finicky, and I think it's AI based now compared to people just doing this thing on the algorithm. It's more AI based. It's picking and choosing like who they want to show you, who they want, what the algorithm wants you to see, what they recommend you to watch. So we got that in the cards. You know, YouTube is not the same as it was 20 years ago when I started. All my old methods, all the people that I knew back in the day, it does not work anymore. Me uploading 10 to 20 videos a week is not gonna work. Okay, because that's what I used to do. But yeah, other than that, you know, Black Balloon is on the money. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, man. It's hard. It's a very oversaturated platform. I mean, you can make good content, good thumbnails, and all that, but what are you going to get noticed? You know what I'm saying? And that's the real point. That's the real goal. You want to get noticed. You want to be known. And hey, I reinvented myself too. You know, especially coming from this channel. You know, I'm not really putting as much emphasis on it because I have other stuff I can fall back on. Like I said, I'm an investor, man. You know, this is just something I like to do for fun, you know. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all think about that. Hit the like button, subscribe if you knew I do a variety of videos here, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.